Here's my Skype in the classroom. My name's Lydia Vega. The first one I did is virtual field trip. The subject is climate and environment, science, animals, geography, travel. It's intended for ages 5 to 18. What is it about? Students will discover the basic habitat needs of animals and explore how living things adapt to seasons and environments. Students will journey through the habitats in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem, the alpine forest, mountain, meadow, and plains basins environments. We will visit immersive museums, exhibits that highlight animals in each of these unique habitats. Then students will compare the adaptations of animals like a grizzly bear, beaver, and raptor to those animals in their own region. The presenter will enrich the experience with our hands-on collection pieces. How do animals adapt to their environment both physically and behaviorally? Uncover the answer by scheduling amazing animals adaptations now. This lesson is interdisciplinary, meeting common core standards as well as national standards in science, history, and art. I find this subject interesting because the students will learn more about animals and be more compassionate. This subject I like it because I personally love animals and feel like every student needs to learn about it, not just their home animal, but also other type of animals. And I find it really interesting. The wall and restore experience with hands-on and collection pieces of how animals adapt to their environment with, I think it is amazing because they will have the full experience to see how animals get adapted to what they have to live with, and it can even be an example for them. Next, we have the guest speaker. Subject is computer science, safe and civil schools, physical health and wellness, digital literacy. It's intended for students 10 to 18. It's about cyberbullying and stalking. In this session, students will learn about cybersecurity awareness. During the Skype, we shall discuss various case studies and remedial actions to be taken by the parents and educators, securing our digital natives. A steep increase of gadgets and internet in our daily lives has improved our lives, however, introduced addiction, depression, cyber threats, and risk. It is our prime duty to educate the society and our youth about the dreadful effects of cyber threats and attacks. Through this lesson and resources, we can make them aware about cybersecurity. Android app like Link and cybersecurity quiz is also shared here. I think this subject is interesting because it is an issue that some students have and they might need to know how to deal with it. So this lesson will be important for them in the future. And lastly, we have the collaborative project. The subject is language learning. It's intended for students 10 to 18 plus. In order to introduce digital literacy in the classroom, we often encounter difficulties because the students do not understand English, so they have a hard time finding classes to make the Skype mystery. They have a hard time understanding English videos that deal with experiences elsewhere. These are the problems we want to address. So, with your help, we want to speak English and converse in order to improve our language skills. This subject that I picked because I found interesting, it's about learning a new language. For example, to speak English, I find it interesting because a lot of us go through this issue. I personally went through the process of learning English, and sometimes a lot of students go through the process too. So I personally like this subject a lot.